Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time we're going to do a review of WrestleMania 35. Don't know how many parts this will be in because there's a lot of matches to go through. This was my suggestion, by the way, this was kind of unplanned. I was just going through, I was just having a look at my DVDs and thinking what could I put in to watch for a couple of hours, and I thought, well, let's get this WrestleMania out the way, so let's do this, shall we? So first, let's kick off this long night, shall we? This 5.5 hour show, 7 if you include the kickoff show, which I did not watch the kickoff show, so it was 5.5 hours. Let's get this underway, shall we? We kicked off the night with the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Universal Championship against Seth Rollins, the winner of the 2019 Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins. This was an excellent opener. More of a moment than an actual match. Like, it was very exciting, you had to pay attention because it was like, we're kicking it off with one of the big matches. And, it was more of a big moment rather than a match because, Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of him. Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of Rollins, for the first 5 minutes, even before the match even started. And then Rollins, once the bell had started, when the referee was at his back turn, Seth Rollins hit the low blow on the Beast, and won the Universal title. So yeah, Seth Rollins won, and it was a good moment. It was a good moment to kick off the show. A little rocket of energy to like, boom, here you go. Here's a title change. Here's a good way to kick off WrestleMania. Yep, pretty good start to WrestleMania. So there you go. So Seth Rollins wins. Pretty good stuff. Big thumbs up. Then we had AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, the second match of the evening. The main show anyway. This was kind of a forgettable match. I've seen better matches between these two. Definitely not one of the memorable matches, which is very unfortunate considering that it's WrestleMania. The crowd didn't seem into it. I think the crowd had some lighting issues or something, that the light was shining in their eyes, so that they couldn't see half the match. The match was kind of forgettable. It was just there. It didn't feel like it belonged on WrestleMania, which is kind of saying something considering that it's Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. And it was by the numbers so match. And until the very end, it picked up towards the end when they started trading finishes, and AJ picked up the win, which was, it was alright. So alright ending for a so match. Good, alright so far. Then we had the next match. We had the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line. We had the Usos defending the Tag Team titles against Sheamus and Cesaro versus Aleister Black and Ricochet versus Rusev and Nakamura in a fatal four-way for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. This was a fun multi-man matchup. I enjoyed this match. Really good stuff. All the individuals got to shine, moments to shine. Cesaro swinging Ricochet was a highlight for me. Cesaro is really good when he gets going. Him and Sheamus, really good stuff. And, the sequences where, like, the bro kicks would happen and, Aleister Black would hit his kick, and, all culminated in the Usos pinning Sheamus. So, Usos retaining the tag team titles. Not the first time and won't be the only time I say the Usos retaining their tag team titles in these future reviews. So, pretty cool stuff. Good match. Really enjoyed this match. Glad it picked up a little bit. Then we had the next match. We had a Falls Count Anywhere match. We had Shane McMahon taking on The Miz in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This had no right to be this good, man. This match ruled. It was hilarious, balls to the wall, fun. Including Miz's dad getting involved and trying to square up to Shane McMahon at one point, which was hilarious. And it all culminated in Shane McMahon being suplexed off a platform where the cameraman was, and as they landed on the obvious what's the protective mat, the protective, the stunt, what's the thing it is? A stunt bag, like a stunt bag. I can't figure out the name of it. Anyway, they landed on that, and obviously, when they landed, Shane actually landed on top of Miz. His arms were actually on top of Miz, so Shane McMahon got the win. He fluked his way into the win, the best in the world at what he does, Shane McMahon. He had just been, this is his first match as a heel in 2019, Shane McMahon, and he was doing his whole best in the world thing when he won the World Cup trophy in Crown Jewel 2018. And he had a great match here. It was pretty fun. It was fun stuff. I recommend if you just want some entertaining, hilarious entertainment, Shane McMahon versus Miz from WrestleMania 35. Good stuff. Then we had the next match. We had Sasha Banks and Bayley defending the women's tag team titles against the Iconics, Beth Phoenix and Natalya, and Nia Jax and Tamina in a fatal four-way. This was a so-so match. Didn't really care too much about it. It just felt like a match to get them on the card. Not saying that the Usos match was that was also a match to get on the card, but the Usos match was a lot better than this one. They tried, the competitors tried, but it wasn't as good as the other fatal four-way. And the Iconics were able to get the win. Good for them. Didn't really mean anything, especially knowing exactly where it leads to. And after this, it didn't really lead to anything. It was good. It was a good moment for the Iconics. It was nice to see the Iconics win the tag team titles, but it's the women's tag team titles. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much you can do with them. So it is what it is. Didn't really care too much about it. Next match, we had the WWE Championship on the line. We had Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan, defending the WWE Championship against Kofi Kingston. This was beautiful, man. This was a beautifully well-told story from bell to bell. Daniel Bryan being very fickle himself, calling Kofi Kingston a B-plus player, and the moment of Kofi Mania, and the fans getting really behind Kofi, and just the awesome stuff that led, that culminated in Kofi Kingston becoming the WWE Champion. So really awesome stuff right there. And Kofi winning the WWE title was phenomenal and an awesome moment. So yeah, big thumbs up for that one. Kofi Kingston gets the win and becomes the WWE Champion, and Kofi Mania runs wild, brother. That's probably a terrible thing to say. Try to do a Hulk Hogan impression when Kofi Kingston won the WWE title, considering Hogan's past. Ugh. Awkward. Let's move on, shall we? Anyway, good moment for Kofi. Great moment. Then we had the next match. We had Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe for the United States Championship. This was a squash match. It went 1 minute, and Samoa Joe choked him out. I think Rey was injured going into the event, so they kind of made it very quick. Wasn't really much to say about this. It's unfortunate that this was Samoa Joe's only WrestleMania match in his WWE career because of injuries and all that stuff. But Samoa Joe looked dominant as he beat Rey Mysterio in 1 minute, choking him out. So not much to say about that match. Then we had the next match. We had Drew McIntyre taking on Roman Reigns. This was Roman Reigns' first match back after coming back from leukemia. His first one-on-one match back. May I correct myself? It was his first match back. His first one-on-one pay-per-view match back since he came back from leukemia in October. So you kind of knew where the result was going on this one. A bit predictable. But it was a so-so match as well. I've seen these two have better matches, like their matches at Survivor Series 2020, which I reviewed also not long ago, today or yesterday, or whenever this happens, whenever this comes out. And their match at Clash of the Castle. So yeah, he had better matches. It was very weird seeing the roles reversed as Drew was playing the bad guy and Roman Reigns was with the babyface. But yeah, it was fine. It did its job, but it was a so-so match. Went about 10 minutes, and Roman Reigns picks up the win. So big victory for the big dog. The big dog returned and beats Drew McIntyre. And it was a so-so match. Let's move on, shall we? God, man, we're speeding through this. We had Triple H. Oh yeah, first off we had an Elias concert. I forgot about the Elias concert. We had Elias concert. He got interrupted by the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena. John Cena bringing back the Doctor of Thugonomics for one night only. And they had a fun back and forth exchange, and John Cena gets the better of Elias again. Not a match, just a promo segment. I didn't really write too much about it because it's just, it was just a filler, basically. Elias did his concert, and then he got interrupted by John Cena, who was dressed as Doctor Thugonomics, and, it was just a way to get John Cena on the show. So it was alright. It was good to see John Cena being his Doctor of Thugonomics self. There you go. Let's move on. Next match, we had a no-holds-barred match. Triple H versus Batista. This is if Triple H loses, he has to retire. This was fine. It was a fine so-so match. It had its moments of viciousness, no holds barred. Like, for instance, where Triple H took pliers to Batista's nose ring. There was other moments as well, like Batista, the table not breaking when Batista went for a Batista bomb, and Triple H countered it into a back body drop, and the table didn't break, and Batista looked like he broke his back, but luckily he was able to continue the match. The Superman, Triple H doing a Superman sledgehammer, like a Superman punch, but with the sledgehammer off the steel steps. That was amazing. And Triple H gets the win, and automatically he saves his career. But this was Batista's last actual match. He retired after, on Twitter, I think, like the day after this. So yeah, Batista came back full this match, and thank you, Dave. Thank you, Batista, for all the memories. And it was a good, it was a good way to go out. Him and Triple H having a 25-minute no holds barred match with, he went out fighting one of his friends, so one of his mentors. So that was pretty cool. Good win for Triple H, and I think this is Triple H's last WrestleMania because he didn't wrestle the pandemic WrestleMania, and he retired this year. So yeah. Also, thank you, Triple H. Whew. Then we had Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle in Kurt Angle's retirement match. This was sad. I have no problem with Corbin winning. Like, it gets a heat. I get why they did it for heel heat, but it was just sad to watch. Kurt Angle wrestle his last match in 5.5 hours into a WrestleMania where the crowd is like, almost sleepy, feeling sleepy at that point. Thingy. And with being a 5-minute match and Corbin gets the win, it was kind of, it felt kind of sad, and it was what it was. So, not a lot to say about that one. Corbin gets the win, he beats Kurt Angle in his retirement, and he can brag about that for the rest of his career now. So, good on Corbin, I guess. And I feel bad for Kurt Angle. So, it was what it was. Anyway, next match, we have the Demon, Finn Balor, facing Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental Championship. Bobby Lashley defending the Intercontinental Championship against the Demon, Finn Balor. This was an okay 5-minute match, again. I feel like it didn't need to be on, some of these matches didn't need to be on WrestleMania. Like, I understand trying to get everybody on the card, but you end up getting, nights like this, and this is probably the reasons why we haven't got one-night WrestleManias anymore, is because they tried to get everyone on the card. This was okay. It was a 5-minute match. Finn Balor, the Demon wins, and it was okay. It did its job. And that leads us to the main event. We have Becky Lynch. We have Ronda Rousey defending the Raw Women's Championship against the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch in a triple threat winner-takes-all match. This was a great main event. Shame it had to happen 7 hours into the show, including the kickoff. But the match itself was great. It was good to see Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair go out there and have a great, the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania. Good stuff, really fun stuff, and Becky Lynch won the match. Really, fun moments. There was a bit of a botch at the end where Ronda's shoulder popped up off the mat, and they kind of pointed it out with kind of setting up for a rematch later down the line. I hope they mention that when they actually do get to that rematch. But for now, yeah, pretty good. So yeah, my score for WrestleMania is a 7 out of 10. Let me just get this out the way. Let's just do this. There's the discs. For all you disc lovers out there, I know you're out there, Paulie. There you go, there's the discs. Looks pretty good. And there you go. WrestleMania 35 in the books. Really good show. 7 out of 10, as I said. Really good stuff. Yeah, Kofi got his moment. Seth got his moment. Becky Lynch got her moment. Great stuff. Feeling positive. Let's go out with a bang. And give me a thumbs up if I deserve it. Comment below if tell me what you thought of the show. And subscribe. And I'll see you again next time. And I'm out.